Hello everyone! In today's math lesson, we are going to start chapter 15, a chapter about fractions. So please bring your worksheets and let's get started. Here we have a pie, one whole pie. How many pieces of pie are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 pieces of pie. Are they equal parts? Well, they are all the same size, so yes, they are equal parts. What about this ruler? This is 1 foot ruler. In 1 foot ruler, there are 12 inches. So 12 inches make up 1 whole foot. Are the inches equal parts or not equal parts? All the inches are the same size, so they are equal parts. So each of the pie pieces that make up 1 whole pie and each of the inches that make up 1 whole foot are called equal parts, and another word for that is fractions. So equal parts means fractions. So again, a fraction is a part of a whole. Here we have a graham cracker. What do you notice about this cracker? It is split up into 4 equal parts, and we can find that out by counting those parts. But each part needs a name. And we can't call them by 1, 2, 3, and 4 because together they make 1 whole cracker. Do you remember what you call a part of the whole? We call them fractions. And fraction is another word for equal part. So fractions name the parts, these equal parts that make up 1 whole. And counting these equal parts that make up 1 whole helps you determine the name for each of these parts. Since this cracker is made up of 4 equal parts, each part is called 1/4. So that's a fourth, and that's also a fourth. So this one piece is called 1/4. Then how many fourths do we have now? Well, if this is a fourth and that's also a fourth, then we have 2/4 total. Then what about now? Well, we have 1, 2, and 3. 3/4. Then if we have all 4 pieces, then that would be 4/4. What about this cupcake? This cupcake is split into 2 pieces. Are they equal parts? Yes. They are the same size, so they are 2 equal parts. And because each part of this cupcake is half of the whole cupcake, we call each part 1/2. So if each part is 1/2, then what do we call 2 of these 1/2 pieces together? We call them 2 halves. What about this pizza? This pizza is split up into 3 equal parts. So each part is called 1/3. And if we're counting one part or one piece, it would be 1/3. If we're counting 2 pieces, it would be 2/3. If we're counting all 3 pieces, it would be 3/3. What about this Kit Kat bar? How many equal pieces are there? There are 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 equal parts or 4 equal pieces. We learned earlier that each piece is called 1/4. So that means if we're counting 2 pieces, 2/4. Counting 3 pieces, 3/4. If we're counting 4 pieces, 4/4. But there's actually another way to call the fourths. Fourths can also be called quarters. Let's now move on to our work text. Open up to page 247. Page 247, equal parts. We learned today that when we split up one whole into equal parts, then each part will have a name. So here we have one whole rectangle, and it can be split up into equal parts. If we split it up into two equal parts, then each part will be called 1/2. So that's 1/2, and this is also 1/2. If we split it up into three equal parts, then each part is called 1/3. So that's 1/3, this is also 1/3, and that's also 1/3. If we split it up into four equal parts, each part is called 1/4. So that's 1/4, that's 1/4, this is 1/4, and this is also 1/4. Let's move on to number 1. Write the number of equal parts in the whole. Write halves, thirds, or fourths to name the equal parts. Number 1. How many equal parts do you see in this circle? There are 1, 2. 2 equal parts. If there are 2 equal parts in one whole, then do we name them halves, thirds, or fourths? We call them halves because they're split up into 2 halves. So you write down halves. Number 2. How many equal parts do you see in this shape? You can see 4 equal parts. So do we name them halves, thirds, or fourths? There are 4 equal parts, so they are called fourths. All right, number 3. Write the number of parts to complete the sentence. Blank fifths make one whole. So each part is a fifth, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many fifths? 5 fifths. Very good. For number 4, you're going to mark each shape that has equal parts and color each shape that has fourths. So there are 2 steps you have to do in order to complete number 4. So step 1, you're going to mark the shape that has equal parts. Step 2, color the shape that has fourths. So which shape has equal parts? Does this have equal parts? Yes. Does this have equal parts? No. What about this triangle? Yes. What about this rectangle? Yes. So out of these 3 shapes, which shape has fourths? Meaning they're split up into 4 equal parts. Very good. The square and the rectangle is split up into 4 equal parts, so they have fourths. So you can color those in. The back page is very much similar to the front page. I want you to complete numbers 1 through 5 on your own. Number 6, 7, and 8, you're going to write the length or the height. And you need to use a ruler for this. You need to use inch ruler. If you don't have an inch ruler, you can try estimating this length or the height by using your thumb. And we will go over the answers this Friday. Well, that's it for today. Bye, everyone.